Yeah, it was a meeting that actually featured a number of prominent Spokane area figures and dozens of just regular citizens who gave their ideas on how to reform our criminal justice system. Several candidates for Spokane elected office were in attendance at tonight's meeting at Spokane Valley City Hall. Alongside them, numerous activists and citizens concerned about the county's existing system.
I don't think it's very effective.
The county is in the midst of a lengthy process to come up with solutions for problems ranging from recidivism to mental health treatment to jail conditions. Event organizers took feedback from the public on what's wrong with the system and how to fix it.
And there seemed to be a consensus that really there are public health issues at stake here that are inappropriate to manage in our jail facility and inappropriate to address through the criminal justice system.
There are things that the justice system's doing that the justice system shouldn't be doing.
But to Sheriff Ozzie Knezovich, these conversations are getting redundant.
There are times I feel like I'm trapped in Groundhog's Day because we've been discussing this issue for the last 14 years. Nothing in here is anything new that I've heard over the last 14 years.
He's referring in part to the ongoing debate over whether to build a new jail facility in the county, a decision that county commissioners will make.
The Spokane County Jail needs to be revamped because we have a serious problem. Whenever you have 8 inmates die in 14 months, that's a problem.
Knezovich says the proposed plan for a new jail addresses all the problems raised in these meetings.
Everything they talked about is structured within that master plan. And it is sad that we have not moved forward and we have watched people die.
But other meeting participants found the meeting more useful.
I think having conversation is always important. We need to make sure that we're engaging all of the stakeholders across the system, across the government, and in the community.
I learned a lot. I think people listened and paid attention to each other and open to new ideas.
And if you want to weigh in but you weren't able to come to tonight's meeting, you have another chance tomorrow night at 5:30 at the Northeast Community Center. Reporting from Spokane Valley City Hall, Casey Decker, KREM 2 News.